Tonight, just 1 week until the start of classes. The Winston-Salem Forsyth County school system's about to start a new academic year with a lot of uncertainty, anger, and a demand for accountability. The district's budget deficit that started out at $5 million has now grown to $46 million, and by all indications, it is still rising.
Now, last week, as we reported, district leaders requested a little more than $50 million from the state of North Carolina in a letter addressed to Forsyth County State Representative Donnie Lambeth. But that request was too late. You see, the General Assembly adjourned the day Lambeth received it.
Fox 8's Cassie Fambro has been following this story every step of the way and spoke one-on-one with Representative Lambeth, who says he wouldn't be surprised if criminal charges are eventually filed. Cassie joins us here in the studio tonight. Cassie, Lambeth is deeply connected to the school district and among those frustrated.
Well, Katie and Neil, he certainly is. Lambeth served 18 years as the chair of the Board of Education in Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools and says in every way possible the checks and balances failed, which is why the local delegation asked the state auditor to investigate.
When you hear that number, 46 million, what goes through your head?
Well, it scares me to death.
Representative Donnie Lambeth served Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools for 18 years as the chair of the Board of Education, and he has a background in finance. In the spring, he watched as more dominoes fell.
The first time I or any of the delegation members heard about it was in the media.
Reports indicated the issue was far more serious than initially thought, and the phone didn't ring from former Superintendent Tricia McManus or the school board. Lambeth and his colleagues demanded action.
Because we were beginning to get real concerned because the number was constantly changing. And we were getting concerned about lack of openness and lack of transparency as things were kind of unfolding. And so we asked the state auditor, could you get in there independent, give us a look-see, tell us what's going on?
The state auditor's investigation began in May.
It has gotten to be much more in-depth than he anticipated. He thought initially he would have a report to us by the middle of June before we left session.
Among Lambeth's frustrations, how then Chief Financial Officer Tommy Krantz and Superintendent Tricia McManus were able to resign and retire.
And I think the board has a responsibility for allowing that to happen as well. They should have dealt with them in a much more aggressive way because they are ultimately the two people that need to be held accountable.
When I asked him if he thinks there could be potential criminal charges following the release of the state auditor's report,
I would not be surprised. I can tell you that the state auditor has reached out to the SBI, State Bureau of Investigation. They have experts who are also financial experts in matters like this, and they've been involved in the audit as well.
In the meantime, the district is scrambling to stack pennies, holding out hope for $8.6 million from the Forsyth County Commissioners after their letter asking the state for $50.1 million was too late.
It would have been nice if you'd had these conversations back months ago, and maybe we could have looked at some options. But at this point, there's nothing we can do to help the situation, and they're going to have to figure out how to deal with it themselves.
And we reached out to the State Bureau of Investigation after Lambeth said they'd been contacted. A spokesperson for the SBI says there's no current case involving the school district. But if the state auditor's report does reveal anything suspected to be criminal, a case would be opened at that point. Katie.
All right, Cassie, thank you. And Forsyth County Commissioners meet Monday, August 11th at 2 p.m. to discuss reallocating more than $4 million and issuing a one-time capital outlay payment totaling $8.6 million for the school district. The Board of Education meets next on August 12th at 6:30 for open session, when we expect the next budget update as well as discussion of potential school consolidations happening next year. Classes start the next day, August 13th, and on August 14th, the county will vote on the $8.6 million at 2 o'clock.